there are three ways you can handle obstacles in life. You either fly over it, you either bore yourself through it, or you take a detour and move around it. And these are the things that we need to be a success in life, to be able to fly over those obstacles, to be able to bore our way through it or go around it.
Some people bring challenges their way unknowingly. Yes. How that?
Only learn only from your own experience. Learn from the experience of others. And I believe those hurdles, those obstacles, and those challenges contributed a lot to why I'm here. I always tell people that if those obstacles didn't come my way, it wouldn't have been possible for me to be here, because it built me for the life that we have to confront.
Studies shows that overcoming obstacles isn't a matter of luck or chance, but definite steps and intentional steps taken to ensure that these obstacles are surmounted. How can we overcome the challenges of life? Welcome to Wisdom Edge. It's a place where you gain enough wisdom to soar higher in life. Today with you is Olufunke Ikebude. And I have a wonderful guest with me this afternoon. I'm so pleased to have him in person of
Chris Nekabari Nyienaakuna.
Chris Nekabari. I used to have a very small little friend called Nekabari.
Wow, that's good.
Dr. Chris, I dash you the title of a doctor because you are dressed like one. Academic doctor.
Thank you so much.
Nekabari in your language means what?
Means to give God honor.
To give God honor. So I have him in the house today, and he'll be telling us personal steps he took to overcome the obstacles of different limitations, and then that got him the winning edge. When we talk about life's obstacle, what are we really referring to?
Okay, life obstacle. In the first place, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Life's obstacles are storms that comes your way on the way to success in your journey of life. They are unexpected challenges, unexpected, unplanned difficulties that comes your way. Your journey of life, it comes along your journey of life to block it. And so you need to see how you can overcome it in one way or the other.
And when we look at obstacles coming your way, before you can overcome it, is it possible that it's everybody at one point or the other? Because some people were actually born with golden spoon. I wouldn't even say silver. If a diamond spoon. Do they face these challenges too?
Everybody face one challenge or the other.
At one point in time.
At one point in time. The person A might be different from person B.
Challenges differ.
But the fact is, challenges are part of life.
Challenges are part of life. Wow, I love that very statement. Challenges are part of life. Because you see some people really overwhelmed and they'll be like, oh God, is it only me? But with this kind of program, they will know that challenge for A is different from challenge for the person on the B note. So we have different types of challenge, but there must be a challenge, just as you said. Thank you so much. So I would like to know if you can share your personal experiences with us on some challenges that you confronted along your way before becoming who you are today.
Thank you so much. So many challenges, but let me start from here. I come from a very poor background.
Wow.
We were living in mud house with thatch roof. I lost my dad when I was 15 years, and my mother was a peasant farmer in the village. And I've been seeing people who dress like as engineers, and I want to be an engineer too. And by the grace of God, to today, I live in my house.
Wow.
I live in a duplex, more than one building that I've built in Port Harcourt, and I'm currently living in the house that I desire to live in. Now,
And are you an engineer now?
Yeah, I'm an engineer.
Accept my congratulations.
Thank you so much. And so, between then till now, there are so many hurdles along the way. And I believe those hurdles, those obstacles, and those challenges contributed a lot to why I'm here. I always tell people that if those obstacles didn't come my way, it wouldn't have been possible for me to be here, because it built me for the life that is that we have to confront. Thank you so much.
And how did you feel when you were passing through all this?
It was challenging, it was difficult, but the word of my mother kept me going. He said, my son, keep trusting in God and keep trying, but tomorrow is better than today. Keep
trusting in God and keep trying. I thought I was the only one that do use that balance. I always tell people tomorrow will be better than today. So, and you can see now that tomorrow is actually better than today.
Yes.
yesterday. Today is better than your yesterday, and of course, your tomorrow will be better than your today.
Can I just share? Another.
Share, please. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Experiences. There are so many. So as I told you, I want to be an engineer. And then I attend my community school. And when I attend my community secondary school, they don't study sciences, all the sciences. And I can't be an engineer without...
So what did they study there?
It's more of the arts. Wow. And maybe math, but no physics and chemistry teacher and all that. And then I have to pass through the bush to the nearby community where they were teaching those courses well. Now, there are three things when you have to do it. There are three ways you can handle obstacles in life. You either fly over it, you either bore yourself through it, or you take a detour and move around it. And these are the things that we need to be a success in life, to be able to fly over those obstacles, to be able to bore our way through it or go around it. Thank you so much.
And then this is depth, you said we can fly over the obstacles, we can bore our way through it, or we can walk around it. Yeah. But in talking about these obstacles, we also have people that have been drained by these obstacles. They face the obstacles. They didn't know how to meander their way, whether to bore a hole, jump over it, or, boycott it. The obstacles drain them. What encouragement can you give these people? And you also know that an obstacle overwhelm you today does not mean you cannot rise tomorrow, because you just said it, that tomorrow will be better than today. What will you tell those people who don't know how to handle their challenges? They are in different there are people who don't have father, they don't have mother, they don't have uncles, they've been taken for granted, they've been molested, and they are faced with the obstacles of life right in front of them, and even behind them, all everywhere. What will you advise them? What will you tell them to do? What I want to ask you first is, do such people have hope?
Yes, those people have hope. Everybody has hope. We didn't just come into this world. God has a plan and a purpose for our life. So we need to identify them and we need to connect to Him. The fact is there are areas you can handle and there are areas that are beyond you. If you forget the fact that there are areas behind you, you might think you can handle everything. And that is where many people fail. So you do the work on and then you do the faith on. Faith and work, they work together. And so you put in all your best, all your energy, trust in God to make way for you and make sure opportunities doesn't escape you. Take advantage of every opportunity and then go to God in prayer and trust Him to see you through.
Take advantage of every opportunity. I love the fact that you added the God factor, but in as much as you added the God factor, you still placed the human factor there. Yeah. You said God has his part and humans have their part. I've met people who we pray only. Can you not just say that prayers alone will do it?
Bird flies with two wings.
Absolutely.
If you see an airplane, it has two wings, twins too. You can't fold one and you expect to fly with one. So prayer alone will not work for you, and then your personal effort alone will not work for you. There must be a partnership between you and God. When you hear of partnership, it means two persons or two things coming together to effect a purpose. So you must do your own part and allow God to do His own part.
This is incredible. Doing your part and allowing God do His part. He just said you must strike a balance. Really, I've never seen an airplane fly with one wing.
Yes.
I've never seen a bird fly with one wing. Even humans, it's difficult to achieve anything really tangible with only one hand. So we need to balance between faith and works, human and God in partnership, and then obstacles will be surmounted. That is incredible. Now, when we look at this issue of obstacles again, I want to ask you, are there any obstacles that are really, have you faced any obstacle that has really been beyond you?
Actually, I need money to go to school.
To further after ND.
To further, because actually I went to UST. So I was doing that phone call and it was giving me additional money. And before you know it, the company said I should leave there because of security reasons. And in life, you need divine wisdom. We want to talk about something before we close, but let me just say this one now. You need wisdom to handle every challenge of life. And that is why in every of my advice, I'm going to let people understand that the God factor is key. Now, they said I should live there. I said, God, what should I do? So the following day, I came there with my canopy and everything, and I said the man office. That's the wisdom that God gave me. I called the man. I said, I lost my dad, and I just have ND, and I want to further my education. And it is money that I get from here that will make me to further my education. If I was your son, is that how you treat me? the man looked at me. I could see tears coming from his eyes. He turned his face. He said, go. It's like later he now went to them and let them understand that I do not constitute any
security threat.
I was allowed to continue. And I tell you, I made a lot of money from there. That I was able to leave the job that I was doing, bought a photocopying machine, took to school, and when I'm not having lectures, I'll run to the SUG building, do some
typing and photocopying.
And then went back.
I'm tempted to give you an Igbo name here. So maybe Chinedu will suffice.
So the fact is that without challenges, without obstacles, life will not be life. Life will not even be sweet without obstacles and challenges. But we must look unto God to show us the way of escape and give us the wisdom and the understanding to manage them.
I'm thrilled. Let me not say Mr. Chinedu because your name is actually, Mr. Chris. Okay, now Dr. Chris. All right. So now I want you to tell me or tell us, what mistake have you made in your life that actually turned out to be a blessing? We have blessings in disguise, or you actually made a mistake, but at the end, the mistake turned out to be something that is no longer a mistake but a reference point.
I'll share one mistake that has helped me, and also share one obstacle that has helped me. Let me start from the mistake. I did my project, my ND project in the year 2000. So before we were asked to come to the school around afternoon time, so that we will be graded.
Okay.
And then I said, let me visit a sister in where she was staying. So,
in their lodge.
No, she wasn't in school, so I traveled from my community to where she was. The parent, everybody was there. So we started this, young men and young girls. I know that before I know, I was carried away, and I arrived to school late, and by then my project wasn't ready again. So all other people were evaluated, and they were evaluated by our HOD that actually supervised the work we did. And he was very excited by the work. So he gave all of them A. Then my own wasn't ready because I didn't arrive on time to do the binding and the finishing job. Other people did because they didn't go to visit any girl. So the fact was that I was now being evaluated another day by another set of people, and I was given a lower grade. And that formed one of the rules in my life.
First thing first.
That a woman can actually be a distraction. That a woman.
You took yourself there. She did not say, "Come and visit me." So it's not about that.
So it helps me because from then until I got married, I see them as things that can
distractions.
Be distraction. So to a greater extent, that mistake that I made actually helped to build my resilience, my confidence, and my determination to never allow it to happen the second time.
That's good. That's good. Now you said you share the obstacle. Sisters, we are blessings. He took himself to the sister's house. Our family were even there. When he just with Papa, just with Mama, just with the sister, they were all happy. And then he came, but that was a costly mistake.
Yeah.
All right, the obstacle now
the obstacle, I said before that it is an uninvited, unplanned difficulties, challenges, or storm that comes your way. I left Reef Poly ND and I gained admission to UST with direct entry entry engineering year 2. And so we are supposed to be issued ID card. But the dean said that he's so busy, so he now wrote our name on we are about 10 on a plain sheet of paper and signed it that our lecturer should allow us to sit for the exam. All lecturers allowed us, but there was a particular one. He said that if you don't have ID card, that you won't see your result. So it was fluid mechanism 1. So I wrote it very well. I was expecting A or at least B. I didn't see my result. I saw that. I went to him. He said I should go. I was thinking, should I apply?
Take it up.
Should I take it off? They said I could do that. He will be able to keep it. So I kept begging him until that one goes. And then the second year, the same thing happened.
You have to rewrite it.
I have to wait for the following year to write it. But the second one, the second semester, we have flu 2. So
yes.
First semester have not come for me to rewrite the first one. So in flumen is 2, same thing also happened. So I don't have 2 carryover left. But it was a blessing in disguise, and that is where I'm coming to 2. Then by year 3, I said, no. I now saw newspaper publication in one of the oil firm of technicians too, mechanical technicians and all that. And I applied. And the interview was on the day we were having an exam, maintenance of machine. So I told myself, I said, if I did not merit this carryover and I'm to allow it, then this one, let me force myself to have it so that I can write all of them together. And that was how God helped me. Went for the first round of interview, the second round of interview, and I was engaged and employed, and today I am where I am. So
you are working and also schooling?
Yeah, so I'm not schooling like a big boy as of then. But this is the point I'm trying to make. The obstacle that comes my way prepare me to take a drastic decision that resulted in a positive way.
A lifetime decision.
Transformation. Yeah. So if that obstacle didn't come out, I say, no, I don't feel leave my exam, go do anything. No. So I'm so grateful to God for that obstacle that comes my way. And that is how obstacles are in so many areas of our lives.
Blessing in disguise. Yes, that's what we're going to call it. All right, on a final note now, I want you to advise us. When we are faced with obstacles, what should we do? You've told us what obstacles are. You've told us how obstacles can be blessings in disguise. But tell us now. And you also assured us that everyone in life, as long as you're alive, you have one obstacle or the other. It may differ as our faces differ, but there is, there are challenges rather. So tell us now, how do we come out of our challenge? If there are challenges and they are different, there should be a general way of coming out of this challenge.
I always advise young people to seek knowledge. Get exposed to anything whatsoever outside your field. Your Google in your phone should be your friend. And
we even have Meta AI now. It's just at the tip of your tongue. As the person is talking, you can just...
Yeah, because now wisdom is the application of what? Knowledge. And it's the wisdom that you have that can make you to tackle challenges that comes your way. And so when you have a lot of knowledge, you should be able to identify ways of escape and coming. And in addition to that too, you try to prepare before the war.
Prepare before the war.
Do not prepare at the war front. This is why I'm saying this. Look at the lives of people around you. What are the challenges that confront people of my age, or people of my level, or people in my economic status? And even before the challenges come, try to provide solution to them. And so at any point in time, we should be asking ourselves, what challenges that could confront us, and try to provide solution to it. And in addition to that too, we should also realize, just like I said, the place of God in your life.
The place of God.
And if you do all those things and you recognize the place of God in your life, you pray, you see the face of God, you live a life that is not inviting to the challenge. Just like what I said before, I took myself there. Some people are inviting challenges, inviting obstacles on their way unknowingly.
I'm thinking deep. Because, you said some people we've rounded off, but add one more. Some people bring challenges their way unknowingly. Yes. How that?
Now, some people bring challenges their way. Now, this challenge, it could be health-wise, it could be in
financially,
maritally, so many ways. Now, that's why I kept telling people, don't learn only from your own experience. Learn from the experience of others. Like somebody that want to get rich quick and get involved in one way or the other, get entangled.
Fraud.
Some people begin to take some
hard stuff and that.
And let me just sorry for elongating the whole thing. I have a friend in secondary school. He called me quality boy. And then the moment we graduated from high school to secondary school, he got entangled with a young lady, impregnated the lady, and that stunted his growth. The same thing with one lady that I knew too. The uncle sent her to University of Calabar. She got impregnated at year 2, and that was how she dropped out of school. She was so frustrated to the extent that, as I'm telling you now, the lady is no more. Was very, very brilliant, among the best in my class. So look at your environment and never use your hand to welcome or to invite obstacles on your way. You already have so much obstacles to face. So why invite unnecessary ones? So if you do these things, it will help you to conquer the challenges of life and come out on top and successful. Thank you so much.
Again, I want to ask, what, we're in an era where we have Gen Zs and millennials. I started hearing that thing late last year. I never knew what it was. We actually observed that the way they reason is actually different. So what advice will you give the Gen Zs and the millennials?
Oh, the advice I'll let them understand, this Gen Z and millennials, they have something in common.
Okay.
They are easily influenced by peer pressure. They are easily influenced by what they see. Now, let them understand that many of the things that they see are not real. On TikTok and on Facebook, so they should know that many of those things are not real. And then secondly, they should understand that the world is drifting towards a destination, it's drifting toward a side that they must not be left behind. And so they should look at what are the areas that the world is going towards, and then they make themselves ready and prepared for that. My time is different from now. So my time, the way we prepare for interview, the way we prepare for our career, is totally different from now. My first project was written when there was no Android phone, and it's very difficult for you to browse the internet. But now everything is at their fingertips. The YouTube is there for them to take advantage of.
Even Google.
So they should make sure that they are abreast with the trend. The trend is moving very fast.
Very fast.
The advice is they should never be left behind. They must make sure that they catch up with the development, and it's going at a very faster rate, and the speed is something else.
And Gen Zs, don't be left behind positively, because we also have the negative parts of these appliances and all these things you just said, like the use of YouTube, Google, and everything. You will be shocked at what these Gen Zs and millennials check there. So it should be on the positive note.
The positive note. In fact, that reminds me something. Before, for someone to join occult, they have to go to their coven and all that. Are you aware?
There are forms you feel now.
Moments, a few days ago, during crusade in Kogi, a guy was delivered. He got initiated on Facebook.
Ooh.
He said, put your name here, agree.
Like you're filling a form.
Yeah, and I actually personally came across such when I was brought into. It's a form to join so court. Just put your name and do everything. And
then you submit. Just the way you submit online application.
Submit. And there's another one. So it is not everything that glitters that is gold. So many of those things are being masked with gold, but inside they are rubbish. And so we must understand that those things that glitter, they are not gold, and make sure that you are not carried away by your friends because they get money faster, because they are able to arrive faster than the way you think.
Wow. What an incredible session.
God bless you.
We'll be drawing the curtain here. And honestly, I enjoyed this conversation. And I know everyone out there it's going to enjoy this conversation. So Mr. Chris, we are most grateful for having you. So don't forget on this platform to like, to share, to comment, and also to subscribe. Wisdom Edge is there to ensure that you win and you are always at the best at every point of your life. Always look forward to Wisdom Edge.